All clear on the plan?
Yep. Elizabeth?
What if they realize we're detectives?
Don't worry, you've got this. June would not have picked us out if she didn't think we could handle it. All we have to do is stick to our cover identities on our invitations, and it'll be set.
Exactly. I'll go through the back with the other waiters.
Good luck.
See you on the dance floor.
Ready?
Oh.
Invitation.
Of course.
Anastasia Ellis.
At your service.
What's a spiritualist?
I communicate with the spirits. Or rather, they communicate with me. Would you like to know what they're saying about you?
No, thank you. And you? Daisy McDougal.
Oh, the Scarborough McDougals. The finest producers of maple syrup in the world.
Well, let's hope you don't find yourself here in a sticky situation.
Why? Why would I find myself in a sticky...
Because of the syrup. Good one.
Oh.
Thanks.
Excuse me.
Please.
Thank you.
Enjoy the coffee.
Cheers.
May I offer you a glass of water?
Don't mind if I do.
Rodrigo, what'd you find out?
All anyone can talk about is Inkvale. After the last couple of articles, everybody's just terrified they're going to be the next to have the secrets revealed.
Who can blame them? Ever since that mysterious figure started spilling the secrets of the world's most powerful people, 3 CEOs quit, 2 prime ministers resigned, and 1 oil baron actually fled to a monastery.
Whatever game this Inkvale is playing, we're gonna find out and put a stop to it.
Well, June already narrowed down to 3 main suspects. First, our host, Mr. Marcel Maximilian Magenta. One of the hottest names in fashion right now. Apparently, before he was in the big leagues, he was a professor, teaching the next generation of fashion designers.
He's also one of the few people to have benefited from Inkvale's rumors.
Then we have Her Royal Highness of North Ostania, Princess Magdalena. She's a constant source of scandal to her royal family. Right now, she's in a relationship with the Bohemian poet Vikram Sen. And lastly, John Carson Miller. Texan industrialist, self-made millionaire, and owner of the largest media conglomerate of the southern states. A fierce rival as well, as all his competitors were caught in scandals lately.
Great work, Rodrigo. Now, if we can just...
I'm nervous.
Don't be. June chose you for a reason. It's up to us to figure out who Inkvale is and stop them before they destroy any more lives.
Esteemed guests, allow me to officially welcome you all to my humble abode. Every year, I invite the crème de la crème of high society to mingle, do business, and expand our influence. But this year, I believe it is necessary to address the elephant in the room. And no, I don't mean the tragic fact that grey is coming back into fashion. I assume you have all read the recent manifesto Inkvale sent to every major newspaper in the world. He declared his campaign against the world's elite has only just begun.
You seem so certain that Inkwell is a he, dear Magenta. Do you perhaps know more than the rest of us?
1,000 apologies, Your Highness. But this is not a game. I have good reason to believe that the person known as Inkwell, male or female, might be attending the ball. All I ask of you tonight is be vigilant. You never know who you might be talking to.
Bold of Mr. Magenta to say that Inkwell might be here. This is going to be fun.
It's certainly going to be interesting. What should we do first?
We should tail Miller. His newspapers were responsible for printing a lot of Inkwell's articles. It's a good place to start. I bet you can find him at the bar.
I'm on it.
I'll go after Mr. Magenta. I know a thing or two about these fashion types.
And I'll check out the princess's room for clues.
Good luck.
There's just no trust nowadays. Princess Magdalena? What could be in here?
And Magenta always pretends like we're the best of friends. It's exhausting.
Well, maybe us being seen here together will convince your family that our relationship isn't so scandalous after all.
Oh, I'm happy to be wild and scandalous, as long as I'm with you.
I'll be right back, Princess. Gotta use the little poet's room.
What are you doing here?
What are you? How did you get in? Intruder! Princess, the spirits have called me to you.
Who are you and what are you doing in my room?
I am Anastasia Ellis, spiritualist and medium, and I have been called by the spirits to convene with a princess.
To do what exactly?
Well, the spirits move in very mysterious ways, and I couldn't say for certain exactly what they were looking for, but...
Spirits, you said? How intriguing. And what sort of things do they tell you?
Well...
Secrets? Scandals? I'm dying to know what the spirits have told you.
What's that, spirits? Oh, they're calling me now. There's a troubled soul in the next room. I'm sorry, Princess. I must go.
Don't be a stranger.
So, what are we drinking tonight? Is that an old-fashioned?
Oh, it's just bitters and simple syrup. Alcohol doesn't really agree with me.
An old-fashioned without the alcohol? Oh, now, what would you even call that? A newfangled? I'll have a coffee.
A little late for one of those, isn't it?
Well, you don't get to be the top dog by sleeping on the job. You gotta keep the mind sharp. Speaking of which... you wouldn't have... Well, thank you kindly.
You're welcome. Kindly.
All right. 10 letters, made, square dancing.
Masquerade. Made square is an anagram. Dancing is the definition and the instruction. It's a little lazy, but I've seen worse.
Well, I'll have to pass that on. You're speaking to the owner of this here publication, Mr. John Carson Miller.
Daisy McDougal. I think I'd heard of you. The old Inkvale letters really came after you and your company pretty hard, didn't they? Something about tax evasion?
Yeah, it seems like every publication in the world jumped on those letters. It's all hogwash, though, really.
Hasn't your newspaper published Inkvale articles? Why would you print them if you know they could be spreading misinformation?
Drama sells papers. What an entrepreneur worth his salt would let his own pride stand in the way of his business? Too many letters.
There's only one S in masquerade.
Well, I'll be. She's right.
Another coffee? Daddy!
I can have a cup of coffee if I want to.
Normal folk rest when they're tired.
Yeah, well, normal folk don't own one of the largest newspaper publishers in the world.
Fine. I came to remind you your big meeting's in a few minutes.
Ah, shoot. Was that now? All right, I'll leave right away. Miss McDougal, it was a pleasure. You have a nice night.
You must be Mr. Miller's daughter. It's so nice to
Drop the innocent act, Miss whatever your name is. That dog won't hunt. See, I know all too well strangers only talk to my daddy when they want something from him.
Well,
Bless your heart, you don't even know who you're messing with. Stay away from my father, or I'll come after you so hard your lawyers are gonna need lawyers.
Could you make me a real old-fashioned, please?
May I help you?
Oh, yes, of course. I am here for the turndown service.
That is a maid's job.
Yes, but our boss, he fired the maid, so he left me to do it. And if you don't do what the boss says immediately, he'll kick you out of the door as fast as you can say minimum wage.
You had it easy.
Wait a second.
Quick, in here.
I am ever so grateful you could meet me on such short notice, John.
Oh, you ought to thank my daughter. She runs my schedule with an iron fist. I only wish she'd let me drink a cup of coffee in peace.
What does she think about Inkvale? The latest article was so advantageous for us.
Well, as far as she's concerned, this Inkvale is a public menace. Well, I'd rather not correct her. She don't need to be a part of this.
Fine. We've got more important matters to discuss. Thanks to Inkvale's rumors, the wretched Monsieur Dubois had to pull out of the Montenegro show. So I was offered the entire show instead.
Well, how about that? Seems like this Inkvale situation is proving quite handy.
You are an invaluable ally, and those are hard to come by.
You understand that I ain't doing this out of the goodness of my heart. If I'm to expand into fashion, it only makes sense that I pick an ally with the most clout.
Of course. You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
Safe.
That was quite something.
You should leave. I don't know what he would do if he catches you in here.
You won't believe what I found in Princess Magdalena's room.
Oh no, you'll want to hear this first. I was at the bar, just like you said.
Oh, by the way, look what I found. I was in Magenta's room.
Hello? Of course, right away. The princess requests an audience with me in the lounge.
That's huge!
Why don't you come with me? I could use the backup.
Let's go.
Oh, sorry, Rodrigo. It wouldn't make a lot of sense if a waiter was with us. Sorry.
Your Highness. Anastasia, glad you could join us. This is the spiritualist I told you about. I met her when her spirits led her to my room. Please sit. I don't believe we've had the pleasure.
Daisy McDougal, of the Maple Syrup Dynasty.
Oh, sounds like a much more delicious dynasty than mine.
Vikram Sen, pleasure.
The poet? I've read your collections.
Really? That puts you in rare company. Most people here value privilege and profit over beauty and truth. My silly scribblings can't compete.
You put your heart and soul into your words. Your poems are meaningful.
Oh, there's no need to put on a show, darling. I'm aware poetry doesn't hold the same social currency it once did.
Neither does currency.
Excellent point.
So, Your Highness, what did you want to speak with me about?
Right. Well, I was quite impressed by your connection to the spirits. So impressed, in fact, that it gave me an idea. Could your spirits help us find out who Inkvale is?
Surely there are better things to talk about than some reclusive gossip monger.
Au contraire, Inkvale is a sensation. Their exposés have been the most exciting thing to happen to society in years. Don't you agree?
Exciting is one way to put it.
Whoever Inkvale is must be tremendously clever. Dare I say, genius? If only...
I think I'll take my leave, ladies.
Don't be such a grump. We're just having fun.
You know me, Princess. I'm just in one of my moods. After some poetic brooding, I'll be right as rain.
Well, he certainly is a charmer.
Even when he's being a gloomy stick in the mud. But back to Inkvale. They're quite the mystery, aren't they?
They certainly are interesting.
I'm no spiritualist myself, but can sense the two of you appreciate a little mystery. I should go back to the party before anyone wonders where all the food has gone to. Enjoy the party.
Play me a tune.
I can't deal with him anymore. If he orders me to reorganize his cars one more time, I think I'm gonna explode.
Whoa now, I know that your boss is 10 pounds of nonsense in a 5-pound bag, but we got a lot riding on this. And if I can't count on you to hold up on your end of the bargain...
You can.
You sure? Because you gotta tell me if...
I'm fine. I'll be fine.
Atta girl. Look at it this way. You won't have to put up with him for much longer.
Hey, you're needed in the cloakroom.
Why?
Apparently one of the guests says we lost her mink stole. Check this out.
Len Kebby. What's that?
Think about it.
It's an anagram. Oh,
Inkvale. And check out inside.
Ooh. Who's Mrs. Hughes?
I'm not sure, but apparently her son is very mad. She cut him out of her will.
I'll take Mrs. Hughes over Dr. Ross any day. He's been giving his patients sugar tablets instead of medicine. So someone has been collecting secrets and delivering them to Lynn Kevy, aka Inkvale.
Oh, what about the princess? How was it?
Oh, she gave me this.
Played me a tune. Is that a riddle?
Not sure, but she gave it to us after Vikram had left.
I think I'll take my leave, ladies.
And since the two of you appreciate a little mystery,
Does that mean Vikram's Inkvale?
I'm not sure, but he just delivered a letter to the front desk. Meanwhile, the princess has a whole stash of Inkvale articles hidden in her jewelry case.
Mind if I read those?
Knock yourself out.
I'll look into these.
Rodrigo, why don't you check out the front desk again to see if you can find any more letters?
I'm on it.
I'm gonna follow up on this note that the princess gave us.
Good luck. And be careful, everyone.
It doesn't make any sense. It's like two different people wrote these. Do you mind if I borrow this?
Of course, madam.
Thank you.
Eleanor, now where did that clerk run off to? So, I hear Mr. Magenta's had a run of luck lately.
Yes, I've barely had time to sleep, let alone do anything else.
Well, we'll see how long his luck lasts. You're still going ahead, though.
Yes? Why does everyone keep questioning me?
I'm just making sure you aren't having second thoughts.
Anyway, I'd better go before he notices I'm gone.
You won't have to do this for much longer. Talk soon, okay?
Service?
Yes, ma'am.
I need ice, and lots of it.
Oh, I'm sure the bar has plenty. I'll go fetch it right away.
You're a doll.
She sure knows how to tickle those ivories.
I never picked it up. Do you know how to play?
I haven't had a recital in forever, but I'm pretty sure I could tinkle out a few tunes.
Tunes. That's it. I'm sorry, do you mind?
Oh, of course. But I haven't rehearsed, and people are watching.
Come on, Elizabeth, you got this. Think of the investigation. What are you doing?
Hold this.
Let's go. Look at this. Document after document, full of the dirty laundry of the North Alstanian royal family. Some of this is shockingly personal.
Some of these could even be considered state secrets.
The question is, why did you want us to have it?
Sorry to interrupt, but look what I found. There was a stack of these by the front desk, and Ann Miller took them. I need a little distraction to get her out of her room so I can take them.
Okay, let's go.
What can I do?
I'll get Anne down to the ballroom. You just keep her there as long as possible.
Can't I do something else? I think I'd rather wrestle a honey badger.
You just played piano in front of a room full of people. You can handle one angry Southerner.
Let's go.
You can do this, Daisy. Do it for June.
Yes?
Miller? Ann Miller?
I swear this is the last time I come to one of these parties. What?
Your father,
If
he's
you got something to say about my daddy, you best spit it out right this instant.
he's unwell. In the ballroom, he was...
Oh no, not again. Was he holding his left arm? Get out my way.
How did you get in?
The easy way. What about you?
The fun way. Do you think we have enough time?
I don't know. That all depends on Elizabeth.
If you're drinking coffee,
Why?
you're clearly fine.
You get back in. I'm
Miss
talking.
MacDougal, care to dance?
Some other time, please.
Just a quick one. You're a very interesting person. The most interesting one here, even.
I very much doubt that. Now, if you'll excuse me.
And your friend, too, the, whatchamacall-her, spiritual?
Spiritualist.
Right. Then there's the waiter. You want to know what I think? I think you're up to something.
That's quite the accusation. I have to go. Let go of me!
Tell me what you know.
Nobody messes with Daisy MacDougal.
Found something. Got them. Check this out.
Menkevi letters. Oh, wait. We don't know how much time we have.
That's true. She can be here any minute.
Happened to you two?
Don't ask. You couldn't have kept Anne there a little bit longer?
I was a little busy.
It's fine. Look what we found.
All of these are for Inkvale?
Exactly. Percy Baldwin, CEO of Turning Wood International, has cut his employees' wages again using a loophole in local labor laws.
What a dirtbag. Listen to this, though. Linus Petrel of the Petrel Tire Corporation is having an affair with a Mrs. Dolores Phillips, the wife of his business partner.
Scandalous. This one says actress Amelia Mattis has been meeting with lawyers to get out of her contract so she can stop acting. Aw, I love her movies.
Let's not focus on this right now. We need to figure out who Inkvale is before they can make even more damage.
My money's on the princess. She had a stash of Inkvale articles in her room, like trophies.
Whoever Inkvale is must be tremendously clever. Dare I say, genius?
She collected a bunch of documents about her family's secrets and gave them to us.
Can sense the two of you appreciate a little mystery.
And she saw through our disguises when no one else could.
I'm dying to know what the spirits have told you.
Yeah, but she gave the file of secrets to us. If she was Inkvale, couldn't she have just published them herself? I think Anne's the one behind it. First of all, she's the one who collected the letters addressed to Lynn Kevy at the front desk. Then I overheard her having a conversation with Eleanor that sounded an awful lot like they were planning something.
You won't have to put up with him for much longer.
Not to mention how hostile she's been every time we've had contact with her.
Stay away from my father.
I cannot stress enough how much that woman terrifies me.
I also overheard Eleanor and Vikram speaking together.
Well, we'll see how long his luck lasts.
So maybe Anne, Eleanor, and Vikram are all in cahoots.
Anne just collected the letters, though. She didn't open them, so she could have been delivering them to someone else. And why would Anne want to harm her father's business and reputation? And why would Vikram betray Princess Magdalena's trust like that?
What about Miller and Magenta? They have certainly benefited from this situation with Inkvale. We know Miller was backing Magenta financially to get a foot in the fashion market.
You scratch my back and I'll scratch yours.
We also know that many of Magenta's competitors were ruined by scandals revealed by Inkvale's letters. Not to mention the list of rivals I found on Magenta's room. There were more than a few crossed-out names.
There's something else about Miller. I noticed something while I was reading the newspaper he left at the bar. See these spelling mistakes?
Yes.
No.
All these double letters. Miller made the same mistake when he was filling out the crossword.
I don't recall seeing any other mistakes in Inkvale's articles.
They only appeared in the Inkvale articles published in Miller's newspapers. I can't be sure, but I think he wrote those ones himself.
What kind of entrepreneur worth his salt would let his pride stand in the way of his business?
Is it time to make the call?
I think so. Hello, community. Can you help us out over here? Thank you. No, you enjoy the journey. Okay, bye.
What did he say?
Do they know who did it?
The community thinks that Inkvale is Misters Miller and Magenta. And I must say, I'm inclined to agree. I think the evidence certainly points in their direction.
Sounds like it's time to make some citizens' arrests.
How exciting. I can't wait to use my new handcuffs. Let me at them. So when we arrest them and we read them their rights, should I do like a special voice like, show me where the... I'm sorry.
It's fine, no harm done.
Wait! You dropped this! Hang on a second. I've seen this before. These pins. Vikram, Eleanor, Anne, the pianist, the clerk, even the bartender.
So there's more to this than we thought. Inkvale isn't one or two people, it's an entire network.
Of course, they must have been using these to identify each other.
They're all in on it together. They're all Inkvale.
We're gonna need more handcuffs.
We'll manage. Let's go put an end to this once and for all.
I will not ask you again!
I swear, I don't know where it came from.
This is how you repay my kindness? By selling your little stories to the press? Call the authorities!
Leave her alone!
You would do well to remember your place, Eleanor. If it weren't for me, you'd be still waiting tables and...
And if it weren't for me, nobody would even remember your name, you overdressed fraud!
Overdressed!
All right, everybody. Let's all just take a step back.
We are detectives. Nobody moves.
This letter is addressed to Lynn Kevy, which is an anagram for Inkvale. You know, when we came here tonight, we had 3 suspects. John Carson Miller, Princess Magdalena, and Mr. Marcel Magenta.
How dare you!
Each of these people had connections to the Inkvale articles. We even found a stack of Inkvale articles in Princess Magdalena's belongings.
And here I thought detectives had scruples.
And Misters Miller and Magenta were seen discussing their success in destroying their rivals from the fashion world. But as we looked into our main suspects, we started noticing the people around them. For example, Vikram Sen. He was seen delivering a letter just like this one to the front desk. Later in the day, who came to pick it up? No other than Ann Miller.
Not only that, in Anne's room we found dozens of letters like that, each filled with notes of conversations from this evening.
You'll regret this. You have no idea who you're dealing with. My father's lawyers are the best in the world.
Hush now, Anne. Let's hear what they have to say.
Thank you. Each of these notes had different handwriting. Now, we had seen Eleanor and Anne and Vikram conversing.
So we had reason to suspect they were working together. But it was only as we are reaching out here to talk to you all that we found the last piece of the puzzle. Elizabeth?
Sorry. Inkvale isn't one person, nor two, nor even three. Inkvale is a network. It's an organization of people collecting information on the world's social elite. They're strategically placed to see but not be seen, to hear but not be heard. They're the bellhops. They're the waiters. They're the personal assistants.
I don't regret it. These snobs deserve everything they got.
You traitor! I brought you up from nothing! I gave you everything!
Everything? You're so full of yourself. You didn't even remember who I am.
Of course I know who you are.
4 years. I was studying under you at university, and you didn't even recognize me when I applied for the job. I thought you were the best in the field, an expert. But as soon as I got close enough to see who you really are, all you ever did was steal my work and pass it off as your own. How many students' dreams have you stolen to build your career?
How dare you even suggest such a thing? It's positively...
Save it. I've had enough of your lies.
Maybe it's time we all came clean.
Came clean? Now hold on just a second. You ain't saying what I think you're saying, are you?
Come on, Daddy. You still treat me like a child when I'm the one who looks after you. I don't think you realize just how much I'm capable of. Who else could have leaked all your business secrets?
It can't be. You were behind that? Annie, the entire world saw those Inkvale articles. You nearly destroyed the business.
The business? Is that really all you care about? You need to let go. How many more heart attacks is it gonna take for you to stop?
You knew about those.
I care about you so much. Are you ever gonna take time to take care of yourself? Before it's too late?
So how do we do this? Do we handcuff them together, or...
Rodrigo? Vikram, you are just as guilty as these two. Harvesting the innermost secrets of the North Austinian royal family.
You were Inkvale this whole time? Why didn't you tell me? Me!
Oh. Unless you were only using me.
Oh, drop the act, princess. You were using me too. Dating a commoner like me just to thumb your nose at the royal family. I mean, why would you be seen with someone like me?
Of course. Why indeed? It couldn't be because I care for you. I know. What a ridiculous idea. Take him away.
Gladly.
I'm sorry, Magdalena. I thought we were both just getting what we wanted.
Yes, well,
We don't always get what we want, do we?
Funny you should say that, Your Highness. When I first met you, I thought that you were Inkvale. But then I realized that you had a stack of Inkvale articles not because you were chronicling your exploits, but because you're their biggest fan. When you caught me sneaking into your room, you thought that I was Inkvale, and that's why you handed over a stack of state secrets to be published. That's treason, Your Highness.
Fantastic work, detectives. I thank you from the bottom of my heart.
I wouldn't thank us just yet, Mr. Magenta. You and Mr. Miller aren't going anywhere.
I beg your pardon?
When I overheard you discussing in your dressing room, I thought you were Inkvale. The latest articles resulted in the downfall of your rivals, and yet another astonishing career leap for you. But then, I found this list of targets in your belongings. But it was Elizabeth who put the pieces together.
The articles appearing in Miller's newspaper? I noticed they were full of spelling mistakes, mistakes that didn't match any of the Inkvale articles in other publications.
The news comes out fast, sweetie pie. Old news is dead news. Lots of few spelling mistakes here and there.
I disagree, but that's beside the point. The point is that these articles had a specific mistake. The very same mistake you made when you filled out your crossword puzzle. Double letters, Mr. Miller.
That don't prove squat.
It proves you used your own papers to post fake Inkvale articles to bring down the careers of Mr. Magenta's rivals and your own. You have committed fraud and obstruction of justice.
that still don't... No, I don't... You're gonna hear from my lawyers.
Always with the lawyers with these people.
Great job, everyone.
Did you have a good time on your first case, Elizabeth?
It was amazing and exhausting. Are they all like this?
Only the good ones.
That was quite a web of deception that we unwove. I can't wait to tell June about it. And that's...
Wait. Could I say it?
Sure.
And that's a case closed.